It is time to go shopping because I have a special place I want to take you guys at my house that I am very excited to share with you and also very embarrassed. I have this area in my house. I'm very excited I finally get a chance to start working on it. It's very shady and I want to kind of brighten it up a little bit. So I have a few things in mind I want to grab. First of which is these beautiful Senecio angel wings. Honestly, it's one of my favorite plants because it feels good. It is bright. So it kind of, even though it's silver, it just plays well with so many different things. And I'm definitely that purple, white kind of person. And this plays really well with it. We're gonna need several of these. Do not tell the staff I'm taking all their stuff. Look how big and full these are. We've been growing them now in gallon pots, and they really tend to fill out a little bit more than I had them in the past, growing them in smaller pots. This is a selection from Isley's, which in the Northwest, we're so lucky to have a great conifer place. You can see the pollen coming off of this already. This is a really nice pine that is going to stay more columnar. I need something in the space that's going to give me some structure, some oomph year round. And I already have a couple of these picked out, but I needed one more. You'll see what I mean in a minute. This will be kind of a fun pit stop because this is where I'm hiding all of my trials. So we'll see what we can find in here. We literally have, I think, over 100 plants that are all brand new selections for next year that we're getting ready. And look at some, oh my gosh, this dahlia is gorgeous. I'm loving it for fall. I'm gonna try and see if I can get some for fall, but you're gonna wanna mark on your calendars if you live nearby, because on July 3rd, we are gonna open up our backyard and I'm gonna have all of these plants out for you to come and vote for your favorites. And the first, I think I have like 200 samples of individual plants. The first 200 people all get to take one home for free. And then I'm gonna raffle off all the rest of them. So if you live nearby, July 3rd, mark it on your calendars. These are all some hydrangeas that I was trialing last year, and they're beautiful. I mean, look at these hydrangeas. It's, I'll have Jessica put it in the comments. I believe they're called high lows. They're hardy. They're meant to be more compact, easy to grow for a garden center for like some nice sales during around Mother's Day. But I just haven't decided if I want to spend a lot of time and space growing hydrangeas. It's not something that I've done a lot of, but they're pretty. I've got extras, and some of them got a little burned because they were a little too sun. You can see them in here. They got some crispy on the edges. So I'm going to take some to my house because they're burned, right? The other thing about these, they're so pretty, but I got these samples March of 2025. So it took a year and a half for them to get this size, which is fine, but it takes a lot of greenhouse space, and you have to decide as a grower, how much space can you dedicate to a product that's going to take a year and a half to grow? And can I increase my profit margin by concentrating on things that I grow well that I can turn faster? So it's a give and take. Out of all the heucheras, I think Forever Purple is my favorite. It is called Forever Purple because it really holds its purple color longer. A lot of heucheras change throughout the season based on if they're new leaves coming up, they're old leaves. Forever Purple really holds its purple foliage. So I think that this is going to contrast really nice with those silver and white. There are a lot of times I complain about all the work I do on the farm, but there are definite benefits to being able to drive your plants right to where you need them. I'm so excited to show this garden area that I've been working on. This is my secret garden. I've actually been in the process of getting this ready for years. I've neglected it the past couple of years because I've had a lot of other things I've been working on. So it's not pretty right now, but we're gonna make it pretty. I'm just, I'm a little embarrassed to show you, but I love this entrance. So This is a purple fountain beech, and Bountiful Farms in Woodburn does these archways with them. There's actually 4 of these planted on either side, and they kind of grew up together. In the past, I've been cutting back all the leaders that have been coming up, but this year I really let it go because I really liked how this is hiding, like the little secret entrance to the garden. I had built this fire pit with these steps coming up. Over here in my yard, there was a giant maple, like literally 40 to 50 feet tall, giant. A windstorm came about this time of the year, and the whole thing fell down and then crushed everything that I had built, wiped it all out. So I started over, started putting in new plants. I redid this. This is our little Chatalpa that we've been watching, and check it out. It is budding up really, really nicely. We have these available at the farm again, so excited to see this bloom. I love this. I think it is so cool. So follow me. Don't judge me. So, giant tree falls down, crushes my beautiful retaining wall I had put in. I had been cutting this up in my spare time. As you can see, there's my whole fire pit got destroyed. I've got all this wood here that my son is very excited to have a giant bonfire with his friends. But I am so ready to transform this space and have just this beautiful garden along the side, be able to come down here, sit, enjoy a fire at night. And so I'm starting to put it all together. Here's my problem. I'm not a landscape designer. I love plants. I love putting things together. But Kate from Hello Garden, if you're watching this, please comment below. Anybody else, I would love some feedback, because one of the mistakes I make when putting together a garden is that you need some contrasting colors. And oftentimes I try and pick a palette and stick with it. And sometimes I stick too close, I get too monochromatic. And when you do that, you lose contrast, you lose, even though you have different leaves with different colors, you can't see it. It all just becomes one mob. And I want to show you exactly what I mean. So first we're going to look out here. So this is a great example of what not to do. So I've got some foundational plants in here, and typically I have a lot of annuals through this space that give me some extra color and contrast, but the foundation plants have gotten too big. This is a dogwood called Neon Sunburst, I believe. Beautiful golden foliage. I love it. Bright red sticks in the wintertime. It's great. Redbud. This is just a beautiful redbud with these golden leaves, and I love the contrast in gold across the leaves, and it gets kind of this marbling look on the leaves, which I love. Beautiful pink flowers. This is one of my favorite conifers all times. This is the Sunburst, and you can see the beautiful new foliage. This is a lodge pine, so pretty. And if you look, see the little red cone starting on it. It will eventually turn green, but I love it. And I'm like, oh, this yellow, we'll go with this yellow, we'll go with this golden foliage. I have a Choicea Sundance over here. I have some golden peonies. I start planting all this gold. I think, oh, it's gonna be so beautiful. And I end up with this palette of too much gold. And everything just starts to kind of blend together. So now I'm gonna work on, I think, a little bit of red, a little bit of blue maybe, even some burgundy leaves, which is why I just grabbed, let me show you this plant, because I wanted to add some more. I've started putting some blue over here. Do not look at the weeds. I have not had time. I've got blue over here, and this is another red bud. This particular one is, oh, let me get this. This is Flamethrower. And look at the burgundy leaves on this. It is so pretty. You still have some gold, but the burgundy new growth is so pretty. And I wanted to, so I'd have 2 red buds on either side of this flower bed. So this is gonna go up here to kind of fill this in. And I thought about maybe, there's some eclipse hydrangeas with the dark foliage that actually takes quite a bit of sun. I would have grabbed some today, but we only had 2 left, and my greenhouse staff would have killed me if I took the last 2. There are more arriving next week. So I'm going to start mixing in some of those burgundies that I think are going to go well to kind of contrast off this foliage. Do not want to make that mistake, but I'm already well on my way. Come see what I mean. Ugh! Let's get this down there first. It's a mess, but this is something I encourage you all to do at the garden center. I am super visual, super spatial. When you're at a garden center, measure out your flower bed before you come. Give us an idea on how much space you have, and then start laying it out. Visually see how you want to kind of lay everything together. So you can see if you have enough plants, because oftentimes it takes more plants than you think. So as I'm trying to envision the space, we have the fire pit in the middle, we have everyone kind of sitting around the outside eating. I want to kind of create a little bit of a barrier against this backdrop because it's beautiful. Like, I love all the trees. It's covered in berry briars. So it's a whole nother problem I'll deal with on another day, but I kind of want to insulate the space and feel a little more homey when you're in here. So I think these pillar pines, it's called Stowe Pillar. It's a special selection from Isley Nursery. These are going to give me that structure that I talk about. But as you look at the plants that I started to select, you can see Brian is going back to his same problem. Let's kind of walk through these. This Japanese forest grass, this particular variety right here, this is Lime Zest. I like the light color for this dark area. Japanese forest grass loves the shade, super hardy. As these grow and mound, you get this just really nice arching, light, airy texture. This is going to be great. I wanted some more evergreens, so I grabbed this really nice evergreen fern from Monrovia. This particular one is in their Jurassic series. This is Stegosaurus holly fern. Nice, pretty, really upright, going to give us that little bit of structure. This is a new dogwood, new maybe last year, year before last, Sergeant Pepper. You get kind of a little bit of pink margins on this, so I'm getting some color. But that variegation, that white color, again, I'm kind of following that theme, which is nice, but I need some color back here. We grabbed the white hydrangeas, which I think are going to be really pretty, and I think we're going to kind of group those together rather than just spacing them out. We also have this light texture from the Senecio Angel Wings, and lo and behold, got some color in my purple heucheras. I think we're going to eventually have to grab some Astilbe. I have some hostas coming in next week. We'll grab some of those and come back to this. But I would love your comments on your favorite shade plants to add that are going to work in kind of a woodland area. They're going to be in that kind of purpley, pinky range. I'm not a huge pink fan, but I think the pink would tie in with the white and the purple a little bit. I don't think red will work. Blue is a hard color to get in the shade. You can get some pulmonarias. There's some hostas that are going to have blue leaves coming up. All of those will be nice. But let me kind of lay this out, and then let's recap and see where we're at. It doesn't look terrible, but you can see how I'm going to need a little more punch of some color. I love the purple coming through here. I think I need more of the purple. I had some more of those forever purple heucheras, and the nice thing I like about them too is they're going to stick around year round. I do like the fact that I'm really building with layers of evergreens and deciduous plants, so it's going to look good year round. We need some flowers, so we're going to go check for Astilbe. I think some nice hostas. I have a nice order coming in from Monrovia. Monrovia's hostas are a little bit more expensive, but I just love their beefy. They come in so much bigger. And if you're thinking, I have some hostas in from other places. They're like $12 to $14. The Monrovia hostas I have coming in are $20. And if you're thinking that's an extra year or two of growth, and for $5 more, like I am worth $5 a year is worth an extra fund or $5 per plant. But if you have the time and the space you want them to grow, you can grow smaller. But you'll see what I mean when those come in next week. I would love some comments on some other things in here that are going to give me some color. We're going to bring some soil in here, kind of beef this up. I might push it back a little bit more. We'll add some more gravel in to fill this up. I'll get my son to get rid of this pile of wood. I'm sure he'll be burning that in no time. I'm excited to see how this space goes, but I'm also excited to hear some comments from all of you on what you think I should do. Come on, you want to go show everybody the roses? Come on, let's show them. I know I've talked about this before, but I want to show you. This is a good time to prune your rhododendrons. Blossoms are all done. Yes, I already have some new growth on here, but it's in the process of shooting its new growth. It's not going to hurt it. I still have time to give this a nice prune. I'm going to prune this back a little bit. It's still going to shoot off some new growth this year. It's the end of May. If I wait too much longer, I'm going to be in trouble. But the blossoms have just now died off. Now is the time to give this a prune. And you can see I hacked this baby back so hard last year. And look at it. Like, wow. This is covered in blossoms, covered in bees too at the moment. But it just goes to show you, like, rhododendrons and azaleas like a nice little prune. Right after they're done blooming, you'll end up with bigger flowers, more flowers. So impressive right now. I should have deadheaded this before I talked to you about it, but sometimes it's nice to see it in reality, right? I have not done a thing to this since I pruned this combo February, and I just love how these two work so well together. This is a hydrangea tree. This is vanilla strawberry. She's just coming out, and I bet there's probably buds just starting to form. The hydrangea tree is not going to bloom until end of July, 1st of August. So I have a month now. And the nice thing is I wanted to pair some stuff with it that's going to give me some blossoms earlier in the season. This beautiful David Austin rose, like, check out the petal counts on it. And I wish we had scratch and sniff TV because the fragrance on this rose is phenomenal. And you can see it's just loaded with buds up here all over. This will bloom for a month or more, just blooming its little heart out. As soon as the rose is done blooming, this hydrangea tree is going to peek out through it. It's going to bloom for another month or more. By pairing two plants that bloom at different times, you can really extend your bloom season. I know I have talked about this before, but you're going to want to follow along because I have a lot more of these really great combos and, honestly, a lot more huge mistakes that I make in my garden. So we're going to solve those together. I can't wait to read your comments, and I'll see you guys next week.